Hello, I'm State Representative Larry Springer from the 45th Legislative District. The 45th District includes parts of the cities of Kirkland, Redmond, and Sammamish, as well as the cities of Woodinville and Duval and East King County. As I have mentioned in previous updates, the primary focus of this legislative session is on budget development for the next 2 years, and especially budget development as it relates to funding the K-12 education system. We have been under the orders of a Supreme Court decision to fully fund K-12, and that means that we have to make a very significant increase in the amount of money that we spend on K-12 education for the next 2-year biennium. We think in my caucus that that number is $1.4 billion more than we're currently spending. We've kind of waited to develop the budget this year because just today is sort of a benchmark day in our budget development, and that's because today is the day we received our latest revenue forecast to tell us what we should expect in the way of possible revenues for our next biennium. We were very worried with the impact of the federal government cutbacks, sequestration. It was unsure just exactly what our budget outlook would look like. We expected it to go down. It did go down, but it didn't go down a lot. And I guess that's the good news. Quite frankly, it actually went up a little bit for our current biennium. We've got about $40 million, maybe $50 million more in the current biennium, which is good news. And then projected to lose maybe about $20 million in the next biennium. That's not that significant in the face of a $32 billion budget. So some mixed reviews there in terms of the revenue forecast, but all in all, the news was pretty decent. I also want to mention that there's a couple of things that I've been working on in the budget for the next 2 years, and I just want to highlight a couple of those. I'm going to be asking for inclusion in the budget $3 million over the next 2 years to fully fund the 211 telephone system. You may be familiar with the 211 system. It is a clearinghouse for people to call in who need assistance. Could be assistance with housing, rent assistance, utility assistance, perhaps transportation to get to a doctor's appointment, or a referral for anything from domestic violence to childhood needs that your kids might have. So it's a great system. It's statewide. The call volume to that system has doubled in the last 3 years, and state support has fallen by 60%. So my goal in this next budget is to get $3 million for the 211 system, which would fully fund it. The other ask I'm going to make is Western Washington University, my alma mater, full disclosure, has a program where they encourage kids in high schools to get involved in STEM programs. That's science, technology, engineering, and math. And they have a great program up there that needs about a $2 or $3 million infusion. So I'm going to be asking for that as well in hopes that we can entice more of our high school kids to get involved in areas of education that will actually land them jobs. So with that, I'll conclude for this week. Stay tuned. The budget will be unraveling in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and I'll be back to share more of that with you later on in the session. So again, thanks for listening. My contact information is on the screen.